This is a Balt Yachts Sun Camper 35, and it is a tremendous amount of boat for the money. I'm going to take you on board and give you a full tour of this one, but it is amazing. A, what they've got into the 35-foot boat, and B, what good value it is. So we're going to take a wander around. It's a very blustery day here at the Southampton Boat Show. So we'll head inside first of all, out of the wind, but I will take you around the outside as well, and I'll take you onto the flybridge. Can you believe it's even got a flybridge on this one? Now this is designed for inland and coastal use. It's got an outboard engine on this one. You can have a 30 horsepower as the basic, up to this 100 horsepower. They've put 100 horsepower on this one partly because this is the 100th boat built. So that's quite interesting. Let's step on here, bathing platform here. There's a ladder that drops down into the water. Outboard, as we've mentioned. And then quite a decent sized cockpit here. Now the canopies are on at the minute because the weather's so bad. This one here will drop down so you can completely enclose this area, but you can of course on a nice day take these sides out and have this all open, and you can see the ladder up there to a flybridge. We will go and have a look at that. If we head on in, they've put a lot of storage about the place, so areas like this for deck gear, you can see them under there as well. And then sliding door and into the cabin. It's fairly open plan. You can in fact close off that forward cabin, but there's also, would you believe, an aft cabin. If you have a look in here, this goes back underneath because it's an outboard engine of course, so the engine's right at the back. There's nothing under the floor there, which means that there's space for this one. Check that out, double bed, nice private little cabin. You've got a little opening window here for some ventilation, and a big window up here. There's curtains for this, so a lot of light into here actually. You can see it here as well. It's rather clever. Like that. And then opposite is the heads, and what's interesting is it is one of the two heads on this boat, which again for the size of boat is a surprise. There we go, check this out. It's like a wet room as well, so there's a shower that pulls out from here, and you can see a drain on the floor there. But not a bad size that really. If we come forward again, we have got the galley on this side, drawers, cooking obviously, oven, grill, hob and sink, and then again just a load of storage about the place like this, and the fridge under the helm seat. And then on this side again storage, but you've got this lovely dining area, and what they've done is they've made this so you've got forward facing seating right next to the helm, so that's great when you're underway. But when you're stopped, all you need to do with this is that, and then you can lift this one here up. There's little supports underneath. There we go, and now you've got a nice big comfortable relaxing or dining area. Sliding window next to it. There's a big hatch up here as well, so you've got a nice bit of natural light into here. Well, that's excellent, isn't it? Another sliding window over here. We've got TV as well, so you can sit and watch a bit of telly of an evening if you want to. And then the helm is over here, and what's great is they put a sliding side door on it. So brilliant for short-handed use, brilliant also for ventilation because the air runs straight through the whole boat, which is fantastic. And in fact you can see they put a brake in the rails here. With these of course can be clipped into place across it, and that means that you can literally step, as you come in like here onto the pontoon, you can step out of your helm and onto the pontoon with a line tied up very easily. Helm consoles here, we've got obviously the throttle control for the outboard engine, the wheel, multifunction display is here. I think that's a fake screen. I think that's just a transfer. Never mind. I keep prodding away, something will happen. Bow thruster on here. Here we go, hole number 100. Fantastic. And then forward again, and this closes off. You can see there's a door here that can come across like so. It's just magnetic, and then this one slides over it. So you've got privacy here if you want it. And then again, actually quite a decent size. You can step down here, you've got a nice area for changing. And in fact, there is another berth. Now it's full of cushions at the minute because the weather is so bad that all the outside cushions are inside. But that actually is a berth that goes right back down underneath there. And then as well as that, you've got the double here, so you can sleep up to 5 on this one, which is brilliant. And then, amazingly, if I just open that one there, this has its own ensuite. And there it is. Fantastic. That looks like access to the back of the helm panel. Yeah, there we go. So you can get to all the wiring if you need to. Brilliant, huh? Little, little mirror for a little mirror wave. That's fantastic, isn't it? Let's have a wander around the outside. And should have brought my shoes with me and I could have gone straight out of here. Do you know what? We've not had magic shoes for a long time, have we? Hang on. Have to be careful doing this. I don't drop them in the marina. I'm going to do them on the inside. Hang on. There's a lift bolster here. And then we can go shoe us, appear. I do hope this nonsense amuses you guys as much as it amuses me. Ah, dear. Right. Come on. Let's go look around the outside. It's brave the weather. At least it's not raining yet. Okay, so we can come out of here. Quite decent side decks. Look how they're bulwarked all the way around. And up here on the bow, that's the hatch that's over that forward cabin. Little door on the front there as well. It's quite handy if you bow in. And that one there, I guess if you had an anchor, that's where it would go. So for a lot of river boats, they don't tend to. They have like mud weights and things like that. It's quite a cool looking boat though, isn't it? And then a much narrower deck down that side, so it's asymmetric. The idea is to have the width of this as wide as possible, and then use this one to go forward and back. But obviously you could work your way down that side if you wanted to just step off or put fenders on or whatever else, and then you can do so. Okay, there is a flybridge. I'm going to take you back and show you that. And we'll look back inside. Now you can walk down the side, but because the cover is on and done up, it's going to be easier to dash through here. Look, even that's got a little, oh, is that a mirror or a window? Yeah, little window there as well. That's fantastic. So loads of light into there. Superb. Ah, yes. Excellent. Come on, let's keep going. So that's that mid cabin. That's the window for it just there. So that goes back underneath our feet here. It's clever, isn't it? And there's seating area here, of course, around this table. What makes this a little bit easier is just to slide that table like that. And you can see they've put zip sections in here, so you can get onto the decks right outside fairly easily. There's a rail there that unclips. And then if we come up this ladder, it'll take us up on top. So it's fairly basic up here, but what you've got is a helm seat, helm position, obviously throttle, steering, thruster and so on. Then here the cushions are off because clearly it's going to chuck it down with rain any minute. But yeah, there's cushions that come along here. You can just have a couple of cushions in and a backrest and have this as a lounging area with the back against here. Or you can take the backrest cushion, drop it in at the front and just have this as a flat sunbathing area. Other things that you can do, well, there's solar panels up here, so they're a very useful feature. This will drop down, so if you want to close that cockpit off, you can do. And you'll see a little hinge here. That's because this will drop down flat. And in fact, you can do a similar thing with the helm position. You can see that little nailed fellow there. If you undo that, that will drop flat and take the seat off. And you can even, with a couple of bolts, take these rails out. And that gets you into some seriously low air draft areas. So to get under bridges that are a bit lower than normal, that sort of thing, it allows you to do that. Most of the time you probably wouldn't, but there are some areas where that is a very useful thing to have. So yeah, just means you don't get stuck. You can actually access them. But yeah, good visibility from up here. Look at this. Good morning, Southampton. On a breezy, breezy day. Fantastic. Okay, I think we've pretty much covered that one. There we go. Let's come back down here. And I think I'm going to sit on this comfy sofa over here. I'm going to say massive thanks to Bray Marine Sales. They organised this tour. Huge thanks, of course, to you guys for watching it. But let me know what you think of that one. I think that's a great boat, a lot of space, a lot of value, and a really interesting way to get afloat. And we'll catch you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.